Insidious Chapter 3 is the third film, of course, in the trilogy, and the prequel to the first two films, with the main girl who does the exorcisms, if you will, and her crew reprising their roles from their last movies, the last couple of movies. And the plot of Chapter 3 is we meet this young girl. Her main goal in this movie is to speak to her dead mom. You know, because she misses her mother. So she comes to her to help do that. But of course, she doesn't do those type of things anymore. She doesn't talk to the dead anymore. But when she kind of agrees to have a sit down and actually talk to her, she decides to help her out and do it. So she succeeds at waking up a demon. Okay? And by unleashing this demon, it really fucks up her life. And it's up to her, that the lady and her now not henchmen, but ghost investigators to help her out. This was decent. This was a decent entry in the trilogy. But I got one thing to say. Leave it as a trilogy. Okay? You don't need no more Insidious films. I know you're not going to listen to me anyway. You're going to end up making Chapter 4. And it's probably going to suck. But seriously, leave it at 3. This was a nice little wrap-up, okay? Because not only does it lead into the next two movies, which is the ones we've already seen, there's really nowhere else you can go with it. It will take a mad genius to come up with something different, completely different, and make it work. Okay? Now, the movie has its ups and downs. It has that comic relief. Not too noticeable, but when it happens, you will laugh. You will laugh a little bit. Not laugh because it's so bad. You will laugh because it's good to decent, at best. Especially when it comes to the two guys that helps her out in the other two movies. Here, they are basically like ghost hunters type dudes, you know. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're basically doing this from like a web series, if you will. They're just doing it to get popular. So they get called in to try and see if they can lend a hand in here. They're the comic relief of the whole thing. They are the comic relief to the point. One of them is wearing a Masters of the Universe shirt. I kid you not. And the other one, the nerdy one with the glasses, is wearing a fucking jacket of the 1995 movie of Casper. How do I know it's a 1995 movie? It's the only Casper that you see with the words Casper on it and him looking over the words. The whole theater got a laugh out of that because that's how they get introduced in this movie. I'm like, wow, that's how you introduce those two idiots? Jesus. But I will give this Chapter 3 this. The scares are actually pretty good. Yeah, there are a couple of jump scares. I counted like at least a few. 2 to 3, maybe 4 at best. But when some of them you don't see coming, you will jump. I didn't see one coming and it got me. So, okay, I'll give you that one. Okay, I know a lot of people will probably say, oh, they didn't jump scare. They didn't get me. Don't lie, okay? Because when you don't expect one to happen and it happens, that's good writing. So, yeah. Especially at the beginning of this movie. It's not a jump scare, but I didn't expect that shit to happen to her. That was unexpected. That's like a holy shit moment right there. Okay? Because it completely keeps her from trying to get away from this thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And the acting's pretty solid. I mean, you got an unknown girl. You got the main three from the last two movies. You got her dad, which I recognize, but his name is not coming to my mind right now. And her mom, I kid you not, looks just like the girl from Weeds. looks just like Mary Louise Parker. She looks just like her. I'm like, that's gotta be her. I check in the credits. She's not in here. Whoever you got looks like Mary Louise Parker. That is scaringly awesome. Okay? Because Mary Louise Parker is hot. And so is this woman. She looks just like her. That's been plaguing my mind all day. I'm like, wow. We all have a twin. I just found hers. She's in chapter 3. Damn. That was good. That was spot on right there. I thought it was. I really did. I thought it was. All in all, though, chapter 3 is a solid conclusion, hopefully, to the Insidious trilogy. But it's not the best because sometimes those two idiots do get on my nerve. But they are still kind of funny. The movie does kind of lag a little bit, but it's still a solid movie. And the scares do land. I did jump, so it did its job right. I'm going to give chapter 3 a B. Let me know what you guys think about chapter 3 down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Out of all 3 of these motherfuckers, which one is your favorite? I know a lot of people might say the first one. Really think about that. Just don't say the first one. If you've seen all 3 of them already, take your time, analyze, get back to me. I am out. I shall see you when I review Entourage. Later.